Yeah, it says it's live. We're live. Hello.
Fine. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Virtual Trek Con. This is the closing ceremonies. We did it, you guys. You did it.
Goodbye from Virtual Trek Con.
Mr. Virtual Scotty Baker, Mrs. Virtual Meteorologist Katie, Michael Kenyon Rosenberg, Malissa Longo, and see, it says it's not going.
Frozen
Based on the comments section, it says we're good.
But then on the top right, it says, wait, are you going to go live or not? That's what it says in the top right. Okay, now it says we're live. And Cirroc Lofton, everybody.
Yay, what's up?
And I'm Ryan T. Husk. And looks like we were live for about a minute there. Sorry about that. Everybody's like, well, that's it. We're leaving. So thanks very much for the closing ceremonies, Virtual Trek Con. We did it, you guys. Malissa Longo, we did it.
Yeah.
I knew we could.
You know that look on your face the last day of a convention when you're just worn out from walking around?
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
We were like that on day one, though. We were like that on day one.
Yeah, we started off like that.
Let's go around and talk about very quickly. Actually, first of all, before we do that, I want to give all you guys some kudos. Meteorologist Katie, you were clutch for us. We needed some graphics. Not only that you designed some graphics, but that you also created the template to pass over to Scott Baker to create more graphics for us, which was very helpful. You jumped in on the Orville, not the Orville Nation, but you represented Orville Nation in our Orville panel. So thank you for being so clutch for us.
Anytime.
Oh, cool. Now, everybody at home, you may or may not know Mr. Michael Kenyon Rosenberg, but he was a bandmate of mine 20 years ago, and 18 years ago, and 15 years ago, and 11 years ago. And we've been working on Falling Tower ever since. So what he did was a ton of stuff. You may not have seen him a lot, but everything he did was mostly behind the scenes. He uploaded a ton of videos to the Falling Tower YouTube and programmed all those things in. He designed like thumbnails. He made the coolest opening song ever, and I was so surprised at his uber talent. So on all the Falling Tower videos,
he's so surprised he keeps talking about it all the time.
it's true. I was blown away. All the Falling Tower videos, if you watch the first minute, you hear the song that Michael created just in like a second because he's super talented. So check that out. And he also does the Watch the First Falling Tower podcast with me and everybody else. Hello, and Marie Segal. So
sorry, my internet was off.
Oh,
did you have fun, Michael?
I sure did, yeah. As long as everyone else had fun.
People are like, nope, nope, comments, nope, nope.
First time ever.
Comments are saying no.
Worst virtual Trek convention ever.
Yeah. Did you say first? You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, War Dogheim out in Montana. Thank you so much, Dead Purple. Thank you so much, Tamia Harper of the Sisters. Thank you so much. 10-minute book review. Oh, it's probably 10-minute, but with a 10. Thank you very much, Patrick Sinker. Also, Cirroc's coming back. Malissa Longo, you were also instrumental because you are in countless panels. Cirroc is cosplaying right now. Haile Selassie.
Yes, that's Haile Selassie. I am dressed up.
Otherwise known as Cirroc Lofton.
Yeah. In certain circles.
Yes. That is not Soleimani. That is somebody else.
it's been a fun week. Am I supposed to talk now?
Yeah, Malissa was a part of like a ton of panels, both as a co-host and as a guest, and she's also been really helpful for us on the 7th Rule. She's also been a great guest on the Falling Tower show. God, we're playing like musical chairs right now. On Falling Towers, watch the first, so check her out on that. And yeah, Malissa, did you have fun?
I had an okay time. No, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was good to see everyone again and reconnect during these, crazy times. And John Brewer, I did see that. Yes, Aaron is messing with us.
Oh, that's him. The 8th person. Melissa was awesome, says David.
Thank you.
Well, Marie Segal. So
I forgot that when the air conditioner goes on, it cuts out the internet, so I have to move somewhere else. Yeah.
So Marie Segal is the only person that we never asked anything of, yet she probably worked harder than all of us somehow. I don't know how that's possible. But like, she literally just would always just find, cracks and things that we need to get done, whether it was on social media, or whether it was event planning, or whether it was emailing people. And we never asked her to do anything. And she just would find things that needed to be done and would remind me constantly, don't forget to do this, and you have to do that. And
and you always love that.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Not to mention watching and commenting on every single video too.
Right?
Ever.
That is amazing.
That's
amazing. I
hashtag
wish I
Chat
could
Pack.
bottle some of that. I could do a lot more.
Marie, you were giving a shout out to the Chat Pack.
The Chat Pack, and their paw is very strong.
Their paw is. The Chat Pack was coined yesterday for the people that.
Yeah, during the Dominion panel.
We mentioned the Deep Space Nine Rat Pack, and so they started calling themselves the Chat Pack.
Nice. I've seen that hashtag floating around. I'm like, the Chat Pack.
There's some amazing hashtags in this event, and I have to say, I have to give some honorable mentions, because obviously that's my favorite.
Yeah,
but honorable mentions, I have the top 4, and then I have a ton of other favorites, but I can't even list them all. So one goes to Giant Snap, which was the Mego action figure Spock, who had a humongous snap in the back, like action figures used to do back in the day. Another one was hashtag, was it Farm Guy 47? Farm Boy 47?
Yeah, Farm Boy 47
which
from
was
the
hilarious, which was Darth from the Star Trek movie. Which I also thought could have been a good caretaker actor. And then my 4th favorite was hashtag egg salad, which I saw floating around last night a lot. Which was all thanks to Garrick, Andy Robinson.
Yeah. I tried to make an egg salad joke to Max, and he was just like, why are you even talking?
But I love I keep at night, late at night, typing in hashtag virtual TrekCon on Twitter, and everybody has the funniest things to say. Also shout out to somebody who made a virtual TrekCon actual badge on a lanyard, Peter H. from New York.
Yes.
So cool. I obviously retweeted that to my account, and I just can't remember his handle. But mine's Marie Segal 1 if you want to see it there, and then I'm sure it'll be all over because it was hilarious.
Hey, everybody in the comments section, do you want us to send out that graphic for the badge so that we can have an official badge to lanyard for virtual TrekCon?
I know I want to see it.
Fun.
Love that. The best is at first all the comments were like, oh, were they giving badges out? He's like, no, I just made it. And some people the late night shift last night who started calling themselves Chat Pack Lower Decks, thanks to Rico. They actually were all eating con food, chips and hot dogs and crappy coffee, which I happen to love. And it was a really big scene. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to say the other one. Hashtag henceforth is my other top favorite. So those are my top choices.
I have to say I love the hot dog water. The whole
that was my least favorite.
I love that because of how uncomfortable it made Ryan feel.
Yes, that's amazing.
Thank you very much, by the way, to David Lippert. Thank you, David. Michael Kenyon Rosenberg is probably a pro at knowing the things that make me feel uncomfortable, and hot dog water is probably not in your top 10, unless it's real hot dogs. Ugh. Yep. In the comments, you guys, let us know what your favorite hashtags were for this.
Oh, I just wanted to say a couple other shout-outs. The Roddenberries, if you did not see the panel, because I know there was a little bit of overlap with the Deep Space Nine panel, and then when they started around 25 minutes in because they just waited for the panel to be done. And it is like, first of all, it's genius, brilliant, and also hysterical. My top moment of all was at like 43 minutes in when Garrett's like second or third cousin once removed named Garish pops by, and it's amazing. And like the cosplay, it was amazing. JG like sent in a message. It was just like a very brilliant thing to watch. And they're actually the next USTLV's house band. So make sure you check that out. They're like, it's in the calendar and the video's still up. And make sure to subscribe to the Roddenberry's channel while you're there. And then also the cabaret cosplay with Lauren at Geek Lives Rule was just like brilliant. And when you're checking that out again, which I've watched at this point like 1,000 times, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And he does other cosplay cabarets and Star Trek themed ones in life and virtually. And I just have to give a shout out to him because not only did he do like a music video of him singing from the end of Bada Bing Bada Boom. Wait, is that what it's called? No, it's just called Bada Bing Bada Bang.
Bada Bing Bada Bang.
And he does The Best Is Yet to Come with himself, like 2 Lawrences, just like Cisco and Vic Fontaine. But then the next night at the Marie's Crisis pianist show tune sing-along, he took a movie of himself singing the Cisco part while like Adam the pianist is singing the Vic Fontaine part and posted it. So he posted like 2 duets, one with himself and one with a hologram singing that, and it was pretty spectacular. So check out that video and the comments in the 7th Row group.
And they put so much effort into it. They promoted all those events were really amazing. Also, real quick to answer the question about the con badge, these are the answers we are getting.
I love it. Holy cow.
Yeah,
so it's kind of a mixed bag.
And we also have to give a shout out to the Chat Pack, who does not stop with Virtual Con, but continues every Sunday around like noon or 1 Eastern time. And then every Monday night or Tuesday night, depending on schedules, especially schedules with guests for Cirroc and Ryan when they're recording. But it's either Monday or Tuesday night, like 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern. And that's when we do the full episode, like 1.5 long live chat pack. And I just have to reveal that Dr. Mohammed Noor has, to surprise everybody, has put together bingo cards for the chat pack to play during the live chats. And they're pretty epic. And I don't want to spoil it, but the free space is Cirroc Ceiling Fan.
Yes.
And it has a picture of the ceiling fan, and it's just like the funniest thing you'll ever see. And all the spaces are just a riot. So make sure to check it out.
And Marie, why did Mohammed make the free space Cirroc Ceiling Fan?
Oh, well, first of all, I just have to say thank you to Ceiling Fan, that's the handle on the live chat, who is Imo Radka, who is, I think, the first associate producer ever. Yeah. Who shifted his schedule to be able to be on Las Vegas time this week, and he's just amazing. He really championed the ceiling fan's cause, because at first people were like, Cirroc looks like Inspector Gadget, and he really turned it around to make the ceiling fan the star of the show, and Mark is writing ceiling fan fiction. There are all these like theories out there about what happens if the internet freezes on anybody, and everybody is very character specific. My favorite ones are obviously Garrick jamming the signal, but then also somebody has a theory about voles in Cirroc's internet station.
Voles, that's a good one.
Someone had a theory about Sid and Sloan abducting him, and then those are my top 3.
Wow.
And also I loved Cirroc DeGino last night, which I didn't understand until I heard at the other shift that Ryan actually said Cirroc DeGino is actually Cirroc. Hilarious. I was really slow on the uptake there.
Double Cirroc.
Whoa!
I got 2 boxes with no picture.
Or it's one Martia from Puro Pente.
Yeah. Mirror Universe?
Wow.
Yeah, maybe.
Mirror Universe Cirroc, yes.
Thank you very much, Joel. Yeah, I think I speak on behalf of Mr. Michael Kenyon Rosenberg here when I say, hey, Falling Tower is very welcoming to the Chat Pack too.
Yes.
Chat Pack can absolutely come over to the Falling Tower.
Come on down, yeah.
We had so much fun there last night.
Falling Tower's got much more of an eclectic international crowd, and we would love to have the concentrated Star Trek passion in our chats as well, right?
I think so.
Well, I did start going to your Watch the First every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which are very fun. And I've seen Eve England there talking about Star Wars, which I do not know as much about, so I couldn't really contribute. But
well, that's too bad. Our next topic is Star Wars. No, that's all very good stuff. Thank you for shouting out all the events, especially.
And also really trivia. Sorry, this is the last one. Dan Mason, he did the trivia at 2:30 to 3:30 his time in the UK. No, sorry. Was it 2:30 to 3:30 or 3:30? No, 2:30 to 3:30. And he told me, like, anytime you guys want, I'm happy to do it. And he did not tell me that he has work in the morning each time and was working during the day. So amazing shout out to him.
Wow.
And last night he even added an additional prize that all the winners won 3 prizes. He added some Andorian antennae, which are hilarious. So make sure you follow him. His page is Trekkies, like TREKKIES, Guide to the Galaxy, and it's hilarious, and they do a live show every week.
Right, and special shout out to the Roddenberries, too.
Yeah.
Roddenberries.
Offering up their CDs as prizes, right?
Yes, yes. And Science Division, who gave us T-shirts, too. Love
now you guys understand when I say how helpful Anne-Marie is without even asking. She does all the work and nobody has to ask her.
Well, we just want 7th to roll around forever. And it's selfish on my part just because I love having people to talk about Star Trek with every week, and it's really fun and a highlight of the week all the time.
And Melissa, you were saying something?
Oh, I was going to say, I can't believe I got all the questions wrong.
Oh, wait, Melissa, you had some really good add-on answers that I saw being written in.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some like hardcore trivia people in this group.
Yeah.
Rival.
Well, I'd also like to point out that Mr. Scott Baker here did an immense amount of work for us. And if you guys have a project, that you need to start, get you some Scotty Baker. Or actually, we have our own Scotty Baker. Get yourself somebody comparable to Scotty Baker to do pretty much anything in a short amount of time.
And at the shortest notice. It always like blows me away when you say, "Oh, I asked Scott Baker," and then like an hour later, there's like this beautiful website, all like totally in its final form, and it's just like amazing.
Yeah, no, it was a blast, really. I mean, I love doing like graphics and video and all that kind of stuff, and I know for me, every year I've been looking forward to going to Vegas for the con, and to have all this happen is like, I'm just, like so many other people just sitting at home, like looking for stuff to do. And so when Ryan came at me with this, I was like, yeah, and jump up anytime there, needs to be something done for this. I was happy to do it.
Well, I didn't come at you.
Well, allegedly.
It was. I didn't really feel like I had a choice. It was kind of like, our friendship hangs in the balance here. Either you do this for me or we're done. So it's kind of.
I dangle friendship a lot.
Yeah, that's not all he dangles, but we'll do.
Special 10-minute book reviews. Thank you, 10-minute book reviews.
Mm-hmm. Also shout out to Sci-Fi Sisters, SYFY, who did all the videos, which also like Trek Fan 1 and Eve England and Science Division. I can't even list them all. Everybody had such great videos, and that really helped make it feel like a really amazing con. But like Marina and Jesse, who hosted their shore leave welcome party Zoom chat, was really fun. And then Sci-Fi Sisters just announced that they're going to host one without even being asked tonight. And they're posting the link in the live chat at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that way after this you can watch the amazing past tense part 2 review with Ira, who actually approached you asking to talk about the episode because he has a lot to deep dive about, and it's going to be fantastic.
Special thanks to Irina Kuo, by the way. Thank you very much. She says, I lurked the whole weekend and thoroughly enjoyed. Thanks for all the hard work, you guys. Scott, you know the Sci-Fi Sisters because you edited every single one of those fan compilations for us, which would have taken most people forever to do.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think of the Sci-Fi?
Yeah, those were fun. I loved all the cosplay ones. Those are so fun.
Oh my gosh, Brenna Odell.
Yeah. The vendors one, the guy who did like the little puppet show and stuff like that. You know, those were all fun. Those are fun to do.
Dressed up in like a science division shirt for talking about essential healthcare workers and sunglasses for the pool party. Like that Tribble was super festive.
Yeah. That was awesome to see. Yeah, to see all those contributions and to see like the Sci-Fi Sisters doing what they're doing, and hopefully that what we've done here this week is something that'll spread out and people will continue to do their own thing, and these things like the chat pack and all that will kind of like live on through the years as we go, when everybody's going through this quarantine stuff, and it'll continue to have its own life, outside of our centralized thing.
Now here comes the fun part, you guys. I know. Let's
wait, Terrible Twos? just kidding. That's a watch the first reference.
What's wrong, Mike? You don't like the name that you created?
I still don't even know what it means because you're always laughing so hard at how uncomfortable Mike gets that I never even hear the explanation of what it even is. But I'll have to stay tuned next Monday for the next episode.
Don't worry about it. Just do whatever you were going to say, Ryan.
Thanks very much to the captain's chair who says, thanks everyone for the hard work, giving us fans such a fun event. And they also say, Michael, what are the Terrible Twos?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. So.
Anyway, so watch Falling Towers, watch the first podcast to find out the answer to that question, that burning question. But Cirroc, are you with us? Oh, wait, he's about to be. We're about to have 2 Cirrocs, you guys.
And shout out to Cirroc knowing Deep Space Nine so thoroughly that he was able to make those hilarious names for himself, like Garrick's jamming his signal. That's amazing knowledge of the script.
Right.
Because it's not like Jake Sisko was always talking about signals being jammed. So. Yeah.
Cirroc, did you
heard that one.
Did you have a favorite panel or a favorite moment or event this week?
That's really hard to ask.
I know.
Not really a favorite. I'm just happy that we were able to get this done for the fans, and that people have something to do, and a reason to get together and celebrate Star Trek. And thank you to all you guys, Scotty Baker, Melissa, and Marie, been really instrumental.
And that's all he has to say about that.
he was done. I want to say real quick that all our videos, by the way, if you missed a video, they're all going to be up on YouTube. Even the live videos, they're going to continue to be up on YouTube forever. So you can definitely check those out when at your leisure.
Oh, and I do have one amazing, first of all,
one?
One. So, Mr. Scotty Baker did the most phenomenal job editing that Klingon makeup video. I just forgot I was even watching a video on YouTube. I felt like I was watching a TV show, the way it would zoom in and out flawlessly and seamlessly. It was just amazingly well done, and I know that everybody really enjoyed it, so thank you so much. But how do we see the unedited version? Because obviously we all need way more Klingon makeup in our lives.
That's a good question, Anne-Marie.
So what I'll do is I'm gonna edit the unedited version, I guess, and then I'll put it up either on my channel or maybe Tom will want to host on his channel. But I'll definitely as soon as it's done and we figure out where we're going to put it, then I'll put it out there. I'll put links out to maybe probably what we'll end up doing is we'll put a link in the original edited version. YouTube, tell people where to go if they want to watch the full version, and then we'll, on the social medias, we'll tell people where to go. So it's just about figuring out where we're going to put it, Right. So
I saw Rico E. Anderson lurking in the comments also. So
finally.
Oh my gosh, how much fun was it when people would pop into the comments who were also in the videos? Or other people, other like actors or writers or like Star Trek legends, like Malissa, like popping up in the comments. It was just so much. It was just so amazing and so amazing of everybody to like spend their time hanging out with us and answering questions. Larry Nemechek popped in at
whoops.
Uh-oh.
Brian, did you do that?
No.
She's used up her word count.
Yes.
She's not allowed to talk about it.
that does happen a lot when I'm doing live chats and reacting to one.
Special thanks to David Schrader, who says virtual TrekCon 2021 needs to happen. Anyway, sorry, where were we? Scotty Baker. Oh, yeah. So, yes, everybody wants to see the extended version of the Deep Space Nine documentary Writer's Room and the Klingon video. That's the two things.
Yes. We'll make sure. Yeah. There was a lot of good stories and jokes and stuff. I felt bad having to cut out and sort of pick and choose, and also didn't have a lot of time to edit it because we shot that like Sunday night and had to have it ready. But yeah.
Special thanks to Glenn Hellwig, who's been in and out constantly, nonstop for all this. Really great. He says, special thanks to all of you for your tireless work. It was spectacular to be a part of this. So that's really awesome and friendly.
I feel like really proud that I got to be like meet everybody and be a part of making it happen, even just if it was like way less than Ryan and Scott especially put in. But I really, really enjoyed the tributes to Renee and Aaron that everybody sent in, and how they just, you could feel them in all of the panels, especially Aaron in all of them, because he was always so rambunctious in an amazing way, and lovely and had so much energy. And I mean, obviously I'm biased because I love show tunes, but if you check like around 24 or 25 minutes in the Marie's video, there's a really beautiful, like, I'll Be Seeing You tribute to Aaron. And then later on in the video, they do a few of Renee's like songs that he sang, like for example, Les Poissons. So
yeah,
make sure you check that out.
So anyway, yeah, those are all
feeling bad.
Oh my god. Scott, what I wanted to ask you, I want to go around the room if that's okay, and ask you all what your favorite moments were, starting with Scott. And you could be as diplomatic as you want. Did you have a favorite panel?
Favorite panel? I really enjoyed the DS9 second generation one. It was cool hearing from Hannah and Cirroc and everybody talk about like their experiences being younger and then growing up and how that's changed and stuff like that. I mean, the idea of like child actors was found super interesting, and so to hear them, all kind of talk back, and of course Andy Robinson, who wasn't quite a child actor, but yeah, that was a fun panel. I like that a lot.
Okay, I really hate to interrupt, but we did not mention that Homer Frizzell deserves tons and tons and tons of credit, because the reason that Andy Robinson and Max have Zoom so that they can do any live event whatsoever virtually is that Homer walked them through how to install Zoom and set it all up. So
there we go.
Totally amazing.
Thanks, Homer.
Right. Special thanks to Homer Frizzell for hooking that up. Did you say Andy and Max?
Yeah, he like did their Zoom.
No, I did Andy. I definitely... I remember those 2 hours.
He helped make it possible for you to help Andy, and then he helped his man.
Special thanks very much to Homer Frizzell. That was awesome. It was huge help because Max Grodenchik is out.
Oh my gosh, and he's just the best.
Yeah, and he hates technology, so it's very helpful. Scott, did we get? Oh yeah, we did get your favorite panel, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Such a good one.
And I'll just say, like, it was fun. I shot the video with Nichelle, and that was I've met with her a couple of times and shot some videos for her, and that was always fun to shoot her. And she's such a sweet lady, and when she gets like when she gets into what she's doing, she's right. She just gets so excited and everything like that. And it's just great to see her act like this wasn't really acting. It was kind of, she was there, giving a kind of performance in a way. And so it was great to see her doing that. 'Cause she's just the sweetest lady in the world. So I was glad that we were able to make that happen, shoot that, and have that for the fans to see.
I knew I shouldn't have worn my.
Oops.
Kicking her off.
No, she's an angel, and people really, really love that video. So thanks for doing that. That was really cool. Katie, did you have a favorite panel or moment or video?
Well, call me biased, but I really enjoyed the Orville panel. That was just so much fun, especially the people in the comments who might not have seen the show. I saw a couple people like, oh, I know what I'm going to binge next. And so it was so great because we got to grow a fandom while talking about it. It's just, it was so much fun just talking with everyone. And honestly, it's hard to pick a favorite moment of this entire thing. You have so much content. How many videos are actually a part of this?
I guess maybe around 50.
It's insane.
I mean, well, maybe 30, but on 2 channels, and some were replayed. So altogether around 50. And it was a lot of information to.
Like, the schedule has been put together so well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And it all makes sense, and every day feels like a very amazing complete day, and it hits the high. There are no lows.
It feels like
every high. Oh my gosh, I've never been so tired by the end of the day. But then when I'd start posting for the next day, I'd be like, now I'm too excited to sleep. So after this, there's going to be a humongous hibernation.
If people really wanted to get the con experience, they could have been watching this while walking on a treadmill, and it would just tie the whole thing together.
Awesome. Michael, did you have a favorite moment or convention or aspect?
I'll be honest, I didn't watch every single video, but the one video that I did watch that I really liked was the DS9 page to stage.
Oh my god!
With Robert Hewitt Wolf and Armin Shimmerman and you and Cirroc talking about how the script changes from being on the page and how the actors changed it through their performances and the choices that they made. So
that was brilliant.
Awesome. So
I'm looking forward to watching the creation of the Dominion.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, get excited.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because like you said, everything's up there permanently. So anything that you guys missed, you can watch it anytime. You can get Grandma and say, hey, Grandma, have you seen this? Check this out.
There were a lot of grandmas watching, which I have to give a shout out to Cass, who's the Grandma Guinan to Lil Guinan, who was shown on The View by Whoopi Goldberg herself. She was so cute walking around STLV last year.
Cute.
Yes, we love Cass.
And also the other amazing thing about that stage to page panel was that Armin had a picture of Aaron framed above him on the bookcase. That was just a really beautiful little Easter egg in the video. So make sure you look for it.
That was beautiful. Also, Michael, John Brewer asked, how goes the recovery from the accident?
Oh, thanks, John Brewer. Yeah, I was in a car accident June 1st, and I had a cast on my wrist, and then the wrist is I just have to do some physical therapy exercises to get the range of motion back. And I also fractured my ankle, and that's healing up well. But yeah, thanks for asking. I'm healing up. I think I'm going to go back to work next week. So
nice. And John, my accident was a few months prior to that, so I'm getting closer and better. I got a lot of, I don't know if anybody, most of you know this, but I got 5 broken ribs in my back and a couple broken vertebrae, which kind of made it easy for me to stay at home and work on this stuff.
I just want to wrap you guys in bubble wrap.
I know.
Okay.
Everybody got hit by a drunk driver.
Oh my gosh.
Guys.
Yes.
Malissa, did you have a favorite panel?
That's really difficult because there were so many highlights to this convention. As Scott has already mentioned, the second generation was a special panel because, you know, they're family. And really, the women in Trek, that was special too because I am in awe of all the women in that panel. And I really, really enjoyed, well, all the DS9 content, but also the panel with Michelle Hurd.
Right.
So good.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, that's way up there. So,
who was your least favorite guest that we had?
Ryan T. Husk.
Scott already had his. He's like, oh, I know.
Yeah, I don't have a least favorite.
Perfect.
And make sure to check out Melissa's store online, Walking Art Made by Melissa, because she made my beautiful Deep Space Nine binary code bracelet, which is really cute and sparkly in real life. And I'm just kind of in the shade right now. But there's a ton of amazing stuff, and I'm really into your like noggins and Martakins, like Lidakins, like all the little clay like busts of Star Trek people is just adorable, and I love that you add kins to the under their names.
Thanks.
I can't stop stalking them.
Can I just say all of those are made to order? So those who have ordered, and there are a few of them, they will get out as soon as I make them, and I make them as the orders come in. So, and yeah, so it might take a little bit of time.
The link for that is in the description box of this and every video, at least for sure the ones that Melissa is in. So definitely check in the description box below, and you can go directly to her website and order all kinds of stuff, and she'll have it ready probably in like 6 hours.
Thanks, Ryan.
Also, special thanks to Scott Fintel. Thank you very much. And Delphine, our favorite. Delphine. She says, you guys put on a great event. Thank you. Scott, what was the hardest thing to do? I know I asked you like 1,000,000 times to do 1,000,000 things. What was the one where you're just like, that sounds like a lot of work?
Well, like I said before, the editing, the makeup video down, the clean, because it's like hour and 40 minutes maybe is the whole thing, and so getting that down to an hour was really tough to do. And I was doing at the same time I was editing Michelle's video and updating the website and doing some other graphics and stuff like that. So I remember you had sent me this list of like, here are the priorities, and if you can get to this, and if you can get to this, and I knew I was going to have time to do it all, but trying to get that video done, because the thing with like editing stuff, that the longer the pieces that you're editing, the more time exponentially it takes to edit it. So if you're editing a piece that's 10 minutes, it doesn't take that long to edit. And if you watch it, if you want to watch it through to make sure it looks okay, it only takes you 10 minutes to watch through the whole thing. But if you're editing a piece that's an hour long and you need to go through and watch it and make sure it looks okay, it'll take you an hour to sit there and watch the whole thing. So just for like time wise, and I was getting so sleepy. I remember because I was on set one day and I messaged Ryan. I was like, gotta export it and upload it in the morning or something like that, you know. And but yeah, I mean, really, it was you know, nothing was too hard, but it was fun, you know. Really, like just like to be a part of this and to do this whole thing. It was like I'd definitely do it again, you know.
Cecilia says, Scott, smartest thing. Click here for next video.
Yes, that was brilliant.
Yes,
that was
genius.
I think wasn't that Ryan? Wasn't that your thing?
That was me. That's why I was up till 3 in the morning every time trying to. It takes a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, but it's so like, because we think about it like what makes people watch things. It's like the binge factor. When we're watching Netflix, it starts up again. So we kind of wanted something that would get it to where it was super easy for somebody to just click for the next video, click for the next video.
Oh.
And special shout out, because I don't know who started it, but there are a few people in the chat that came up with the term energize. Because then it's like energizing. You know, once one video ends, they'd say energize.
Yeah,
They'd,
beam
out of one thing, and then they would re-energize on the next
people
video.
started taking shuttlecrafts because they were scared of the transport. So it was like some people would get there like a couple seconds later because they had to hop in the shuttlecraft. It was amazing.
Yeah, because they had to go back to the website and then go back to the calendar.
Yes,
right.
Like, I'm going to take the direct route. Yeah, yeah.
What a bunch of Barclays.
You could just do a site transfer.
Yeah.
Site
Just
transport.
kidding. Shuttlecraft is an art.
Hey,
But it was fun though.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say it was fun putting the schedule together, because when Ryan handed me all the stuff and I was putting it on the website, it was like, oh boy, and then we're going to have this panel and this panel. I was like, and as it kind of like getting to see all the stuff that was coming together, it was exciting. And then at the end, I remember when I was driving with Rico to go to Tom's house to do the makeup thing. We were talking about the schedule, and like, man, this is like a legit con. I mean, we like. Looking at the names and the number of people that we had, if you took that list and you said, oh, this is going to be some real in-person convention that's happening in some city, you'd be like, oh, this is a legit Star Trek convention. This isn't like, some Bimon Sci-Fi Con. This is like, the real deal.
Oh my gosh, the schedule like even had like similar fonts to like STLV sometimes. Like it just felt so con-like and immersive, and it was just amazing. And no competing panels. It was so wonderful.
Yes.
Right. That was the big special thanks to everybody that said yes that we asked, because otherwise it would just be a really cool idea, but not actually realized. So we had enough, actual content to fill up 6 days. And that's really what the game changer was for us, was that we were able to fill out just pages and pages and pages and pages of scheduling and kind of organize it in a nice way. And then I just passed it over to Scott. Scott added these really cool colors, like that super bright lime green that I was like, I don't know why, but I like it so much.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you want to name any names, but I know we had some guests that helped to wrangle other guests in. So definitely, I know, Ryan, you know who I'm talking about. I don't know if you want to name those people.
Well, Ryan got me to come in and watch the first podcast. So.
And where Michael Kenyon Rosenberg goes, I follow.
and Marie.
So funny.
And Ryan's frozen again.
A humongous pad of all the things I have to check out, that all the vendors and everything, but I just I was like, OCD moment, I just have to make sure I write down butterflies, because I was blow drying my hair during Robert Beltran's panel, so I couldn't write it down. But butterflies sounds amazing.
Yeah, Butterflies with Robert Beltran in it on Amazon. Go to the Robert Beltran video, check out in the links, the description box, the link will be there.
We have so many guests who you never really even see other places, who are just very, who just love talking about the art and the fans so much that I couldn't believe, when you were telling me who you got, I was just like, wow, this is just fabulous.
Hey, Anne-Marie, a final question for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I'm waiting
frame right there
with bated breath.
What made you?
Someone screenshot this.
Do you remember getting emotional during the Nichelle Nichols video?
Shut up! You know that I was crying by mistake.
You want to tell us why?
It was just shut up. Just stop. I'm wearing mascara. So beautiful and amazing, and then it just continued getting more and more beautiful every time I watched it, and just even posting about it. It's so pretty. And then NASA started saying that today's the 51st anniversary of the moon landing. And I just thought it was even more fitting because she helped so much with NASA recruiting. So it just could have been more perfect timing for that to be the last day of the con.
What was the most beautiful part about the Nichelle video?
I'm going to say her necklace. Like, I was just like, how's this woman, like, schooling it? Like, she had the best necklace at the con. She's just fabulous, and I love her, and she just, like, is, like, a radiant goddess.
Right.
That's a very good way to describe her, yes.
Radiant goddess.
Special thanks to
And
JT.
the comments below, freaking amazing and gorgeous, and everybody's tweeting about, make sure you read the comments. Like, they're just very, very beautiful.
New hashtag radiant goddess.
Yeah. Of the universe.
Of the universe, yes.
Special thanks to JT Kirk for saying thanks for an amazing virtual con.
Oh,
If we were to do something like this again, guys, would we do it, or would we be like, nah, one time was fun?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I think you know the answer to this.
I'd be down.
Yeah, I think everybody doesn't want to do it again. So,
No,
I mean,
You
some of the
say
guys would come back.
I would do it for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck yeah.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was fun, and I definitely got to say thanks to Ryan. I know not just losing sleep and pulling out hair and
No
and
sleep.
because I know how much he cares about Trek and the community and everything that we do. And I got to say the first time I went to Star Trek Vegas, Ryan was like my guide, took me around, introduced me to everybody. This is where we go. We have drinks afterwards, and this is this person, and so I'm super grateful to him for helping to introduce me into the con community and just how much he cares about everything, and this is just been a phenomenal experience to be a part of, and I know we all owe Ryan a big debt of gratitude for putting all this stuff together. So
yeah,
thanks.
Yeah,
That was
Thank you.
You're here.
yes, agreed.
and
He's frozen. Say a bunch of
while
nice things about him.
While he's frozen, also Ryan, Cirroc, and Aaron, who did those STLV videos with guests every day for a month before STLV last year, because I would have never even gone to STLV in the first place if they didn't start it's just like a slice of fandom life, and it's so beautiful. And if you haven't seen those, make sure you check them out on 7th Rule. It's just lovely to hear about the culture.
And Scott, you inadvertently complimented Michael in your compliment to me, because Michael's the reason that I was going to Star Trek conventions back in the day. He got me and Darth to go back in like 2008 or something. Was
wow!
I just found out about the convention and told you guys. That's the only thing that happened.
How'd you find out about it?
I felt like it was.
I think I saw something on, I want to say Facebook or something like that. I don't even know if Facebook was a thing back then, but I saw something somewhere, I think.
I have to say that back in the day,
know what's gonna ignite the spark.
Yeah,
right.
No, I think what it was is I remember hearing that there was like a Star Trek convention down in LA, and I was like, oh, let me look that up. And then I was like, oh, it's in Vegas, and it's the biggest one in the world. All right, we should check this one out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my dad sent me a link like 7 or 8 years ago or something that was like, can you believe Tasha Yar goes on Star Trek cruises? Like, I can't believe there are enough people to go to that. And like, lo and behold, like a bunch of years later, I'm like, oh my God, am I like seasick, or can I go on a cruise for all Star Trek all the time? But it's amazing. Thank you, Ryan.
My bucket list now includes going to Star Trek Las Vegas with my dad, so I'm hopefully going to be there one of these years.
Nice. It'll be a fun time.
Oh, and shout out to all the parents who watched.
So.
I have to say, my favorite parent who watched in the live chat was Dr. Muhammad Noor's mother, who showed up during one of his live panel, which was really cute.
Well, Muhammad is a parent too.
Well, yes. So Muhammad's Moogie showed
up. Anyway, by the way, guys, Cirroc texted, I guess he's having too many Wi-Fi troubles. And I was like, do you want me to kick all these guys off and just bring you on only, please?
I'll go. I'll draw. I don't have anything more of value to say.
Sacrifice myself for Cirroc.
Well, before you do go, he says, please give my love to everyone, especially Melissa, Anne-Marie, Scotty Baker, our associate producers, and all the fans. And most importantly to you, Ryan, and the late, great Aaron Eisenberg.
Cirroc's the best.
Yeah, that's the other person we need to make sure to mention and thank, and that is Mr. Aaron Eisenberg, because he's the guy that started the podcast He got me on. He got me, Cirroc, on. He got us to do the 7th rule. Came up with the name.
Came up with No Say Consortium to call the Patreon.
And if it weren't for that, we most certainly would not be doing virtual TrekCon either. So special.
And while Ryan's frozen, I just have to say, like, Ryan, my favorite part of the con was Ryan and Cirroc's, like, amazing questions for all of the, like, all of the guests. Like, the questions were just so well thought out, and you could tell, like, you both were so interested and engaged. And then also when people like Ira and Robert Hewitt-Wolf and everybody, like, who approached you to do panels, you just sort of let them go into tons and tons of detail without interrupting, and you both read the comments so well and made sure our questions were answered and put all the comments on the screen. And, like, I wasn't even, like, at the panels and I was tired reading all the comments. So thank you very much.
Mark says, I can't believe Scott didn't say anything.
Mark
That editing all Ryan's bad jokes was the hardest. Melissa, what do you think? Give us a moment here.
I also have to say, like, Garrick is really, really, like,
oh, Garrick got her too.
Whoops. Melissa, what do you think that Aaron would have thought
before
of
he
this?
gets me, I'm just going to sign off, and then I'll say goodbye to everybody.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye, Mike. And then there were 4.
There we go.
So we're just going to get picked off.
Anne-Marie's still here.
Barely.
Melissa, what do you think Aaron would have thought of this event? Do you think certain parts of it or panels would have excited him more or made him...
I think he would have... Oh, sorry. I didn't know. No, I think he would have enjoyed the whole thing. He would have been, you know, matched Anne-Marie's energy.
He would have topped me because Ira said that season 8 isn't canon, so Captain Nog actually didn't die. And I heard him screaming about...
Sorry, you were saying...
Yeah, you would have loved to heard about season 8 not being canon. He's like, I gotta work.
Screaming. Yeah.
Work. Don't kill me off right away.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, but I think he would have enjoyed this immensely with all of the guests. He loved all his castmates and learning and welcoming new castmates, you know, of the franchise. And he was very gracious in sharing the stage with others. So,
right.
Or at least try to be.
He also liked to bring the best out in others, so he would have definitely lifted up every one of the panels into an even higher plane, you know, because he always wanted to ask in-depth questions to make everybody be shown in such a positive light.
Yeah. Well, and then questions that he was genuinely curious about, because he's curious about everyone and learning what makes each person tick. So that's why he was so involved online and what have you, and interactive at the conventions, and that's just who he was.
Mm.
And I know he would have had a great time watching Cirroc up in and out.
Oh my
videos,
gosh!
making fun of his connection dropping.
He would have decimated Cirroc. He would have let him have it so hard. I can honestly hear his laugh right now with Cirroc starting to say something and then disappearing. That, you know how, like, when Aaron would laugh really hard, he would almost kind of lose his way, like, ha ha! You know?
Yeah.
I can hear that right now.
Yeah, or when he laughs so hard that no sound comes out and he's like crying.
That's the best one.
So good.
Well, it's very nice to see Aaron's chair from the 7th Rule early days every time Melissa comes on too. Makes it very special.
Yes, this is his chair. Yes, he did, Erica.
So let's close this out in a few minutes. let's ask everybody that's watching if you have any thoughts to add about this convention, or any thoughts to add on potential future conventions, or potential future guests, or, you know, maybe a question for Anne Marie. I don't think we've heard much from her yet today.
Well, I just saw a hashtag that said bunch of Barclays. So funny.
I see. To me, Harper put a link in there for the VTC after party hashtag chat fam.
I'll be bringing my Bloody Mary.
Here I am back, says Michael Kenyon Rosenberg.
He's so cute.
That's such a great profile pic. Yeah,
It's the best.
Great profile pic.
And to me.
oh, there we go.
Sci-Fi Sisters are just so lovely. Sure, you follow their Facebook page, and it's SYFYSISTAS. And one of them called me a sister, and it was like one of the highlights of my virtual check-on. So
Nice.
Lots of love for Mohammed Noor, who is in multiple panels with us.
and the picture of the bingo card game. Aww. I can't wait to see everybody at the live chat next also. Another plug for that. Oh, we love you at the live chats especially.
Well, thank you, Terry Rose. We're very happy that we were able to help a little bit.
Well, I noticed every time I'm on and just watching all the panels, everyone's always smiling. It's just been such a happy event. I just like, when we were just talking about Aaron, we just had the biggest smiles on our faces. I love it.
Amazing. Ooh, Michael Kenyon Rosenberg has some fans in the audience.
Frozen.
I can't believe it because Ryan actually even upgraded his internet to like the best possible. So Garrett's really upping his game.
Yeah.
Aaron.
I think so, because it happened to Cirroc and Ryan. All the rest of us are fine.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody else is totally fine.
You're being punked right now.
Yeah. He's like, I got you, man.
And that moment would crack him up.
Oh, I love it.
Mother. Oh, I'm back. So
Okay. Well,
there
what
is
time
one.
does the live chat start for the or what time does the past tense episode start?
Right. That's what I was getting to right now.
I'm so excited.
So yeah, there is one more video, and we're calling it the post-convention viewing. That starts in 30 minutes, and what it is it's our regular 7th Rule show with Cirroc Lofton and myself, created by the coolest dude in the world, Mr. Aaron Eisenberg, and frequented by Malissa Longo. I believe we have a Nog episode next.
Yes.
Melissa, that means...
We always love having for Nog episodes, especially.
I love Nog episodes.
And we've got a very special guest, Mr. Ira Stephen Bear. It's Past Tense Part 2. One of the best episodes. And he requested to do Past Tense 2. We just kind of said, look, you've got an open door. Would you like to do any future episodes anytime? And he said, I think I'd like to do Past Tense. We said, which one? He said, why not both? That's all I got with that. Melissa, I thought you were going to jump in there, Melissa, and say something, but...
Oh, no. I was just really excited listening.
All right.
I'm just really excited because I have like the best closing line for this ever to lead up to the next video, and I've been waiting like all con to say it. So.
Oh, whenever. By the way, speaking of which, you guys, everybody, Scott Baker has agreed to design a graphic for the chat pack for us to put up. Well, he didn't agree, but yeah. he might do it.
I read the email. If that's close enough to me agreeing, then yeah.
You hadn't blocked Ryan's email.
That's the Facebook equivalent of seen.
Yeah, seen, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, do we have
there'll be a trap pack merch? Or
Well, we should. I mean, these guys have been great for us. We do want to thank you all for joining us. Do any of you guys have any final shout outs or thank yous? Scott, Katie, Melissa?
I just wanted to say thanks to all you guys for including me. This has been one of the highlights of my year, easily. Like, it's just been incredible to talk with you guys and everyone in the comments. It's just feels great to be a part of a community, even from afar.
Out in Iowa, right?
Yeah, well, it's Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota, the loneliest little triangle you can have.
Melissa, any final words?
I would like to thank everyone who is part of this community, who has been so supportive of me, especially during some really dark times, and I've felt immensely supported, especially from Ryan and Cirroc and everyone in the community, cast of DS9, cast and crew. They've been,
it's been everywhere.
Yeah. So so much support everywhere, so much love everywhere, and I want to continue to be a part of that love. That love fest.
Well, Ira said during his panel yesterday that you're always a member of the Deep Space Nine family, and then he called Ryan a cousin, which last time he called someone a cousin was Cousin Gayla. So I don't really know if that's a compliment, but
he called me a fourth cousin.
Yeah. Oh, even worse. Oh.
He said you're a fourth cousin. Yeah, I'm a fourth cousin. I'll take it though.
So good to have you guys here.
Mr. Scotty Baker, any final thoughts or words? I can't express enough how much you've been helpful, Scott. It's been really great. Oh, yeah. It was quite a welcome surprise. I knew that you had the skills. I knew that you had the will and the passion, but you really came through. I mean, it's true. Like, you did say, as soon as I brought the idea to your table and I said, what do you think? And you said, it's really cool. And he said, anything you want, anything you need. And usually people just say that, but like, you really actually did everything I wanted and needed. You got me groceries.
What color grapes?
He didn't do that. But anyway, so thanks very much for that, Scott. You're also one of the first people that I contacted with this idea. By the way, the genesis of this idea was May 1st, everybody. May 1st was when I just kind of woke up with the idea, and Scott was one of the first people. So call yourself a Scotty Baker when you have an idea. Sorry, what were you saying?
Right. Yeah. No, just thanks again for having me, and thanks to the whole community for being there. When I went to put together my film Fifth Passenger and we did a Kickstarter for it, the Trek community came out and helped us make that movie, and that's something that I'm always going to be eternally grateful for, the opportunity to make that thing with so many great Trek actors and just the support of the community as a whole. It's been so awesome. Something as a kid watching Trek, and then now fast forward in my adult life, knowing so many of the people involved with it and being part of the community and the fans and all that kind of stuff is just awesome. And so to be here doing this thing it was such a great time. And so keep on trekking. That's all I got to say.
Awesome. Thanks, Mario Lira, who's also a frequenter at Star Trek Las Vegas. Anne Marie, any final words?
I just have to read this comment, which is not how far I go to find missing things that need help with. But Mark says Anne Marie goes through Ryan's LaCroix packs to take away the flavors he doesn't like. No, I just stick to Twitter and Facebook. And I also think he likes all the LaCroix flavors. So. Aww. It was so amazing. Thank you guys so much. Oh, Ethan Cock, who is a Deep Space Nine writer.
Aww.
Well, I also have to shout out people who've been writing articles about us, who've been really amazing. Trek Movies written some amazing ones. And then Talking Trek, Star Trek podcast, Italia. Every day, really late at night, early morning for them, we talk about what's happened at the con every day, and they write the most amazing in-depth articles and do all this extra research for example, doing the math about Saval's age to see if he could be in new series. Like, they're just amazing and go above and beyond. They wrote an amazing Fifth Passenger article. Like, some of the things, like, they beat me to even mentioning it to them. They just go watch, like, they just write amazing articles, and they're so lovely. They were even on, like, one of the Italian, like, public stations a couple weeks ago because they're so cool. Aww.
DC. David
Schroeder's so helpful. He always posts stuff about us in his 10 Forward Facebook group, and we really appreciate it.
Special thanks to David Gregory. Special thanks to you guys, he says, for the hard work in bringing fans and friends together. Laughs, tears, and lots of love. We're all a lot closer thanks to this. IDIC. That's a great one. Thank you. But yeah, thank you so much, David Gregory. And
Aaron's at it again.
I know.
We're big news in Italy, man. As Anne-Marie mentioned, the people in Italy have been great. They can hardly understand a word we say, but they're extremely supportive, and they have to use Google Translate.
They're amazing. Awesome. I actually met one of them in Times Square when he.
You guys can actually. Oh, you guys.
Better.
You guys can actually see all the special thanks in the description boxes of every video. You know, people like Trek Movie and Atomic and
JJ Lendl, who does the artwork, a lot of the artwork on the Seventh Rule website, who's very, very talented.
Who also did the Captain Nog Forever design for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
And he has a special discount for virtual TrekCon weekend still going on for 10% off on his website. Why, thank you. It was $15 at J. Crew Factory Outlet online.
Final word. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's still so many people that we'd like to thank, but
it's so hard.
I don't know. I think Anne-Marie covered most of them. Good memory there, Anne-Marie.
Well, I maybe took notes. But yeah.
Yeah, special thanks to all the people that came to us and specifically said that they wanted to be on the show, like Adam Howard, PR celebrity, contacted us and said, hey, we've got a guy that wants to come on your show. We said, who is it? He said, Adam Howard. We looked him up. We said, yeah, that sounds great. And he's an awesome Aussie VFX guy. We loved having him. And all the people that said yes when we asked them. Melissa, your ladies panel was really cool because you're able to call on a couple pals to jump in, right?
Yeah, that was really great. Yeah, Nana holds a special place in my heart, as most know, and Mary is a wonderful, wonderful being, and Amy, it was so wonderful working with her on it too. So it was it was a great experience, a great moment.
Okay.
And the fun doesn't stop with Virtual TrekCon. Check the backlog because a lot of the guests who are here have been on other episodes, like going fully in depth, like Andy Robinson on The Wire, or Kim Friedman's heard that Andy Robinson had been on to talk about The Wire, and she actually contacted us to be on to do the Jem'Hadar, and she was the second woman ever to direct Star Trek, and is just a TV legend. So we've had some really amazing guests in the past, and hopefully in the future.
Before
Adam
we go,
Howard was amazing. Totally smitten.
Before we go, if you guys have any questions at all in the comments, go ahead and ask us questions. If you have any questions for Anne-Marie, Melissa, Katie, myself, or Scotty, just go ahead and ask them. We'll see if we can answer a couple of them. And if not, then we will sign off, and you'll just have to wait a few minutes for the next video.
Yeah.
But also don't forget to watch the podcast panel if you didn't see it, because the people who were represented there were so amazing. And I mean, Women at Warp has a special place in my heart because I just learned something every episode, and they're so hilarious. So make sure you check them out, even if you don't listen to podcasts usually. Oh yeah, the science panel was so good. Everything was so good. I can't even get over it.
Try.
Well, I can't, because after all this week I'm going to be rereading all the live chats and then rewatching all the videos, because it was so hard to keep up with everything, even the days where I'd watch both shifts. So I have a lot of work to do to catch up. Jamal. I also have to say a special thanks to Jamal Taylor, because he's such a silent, amazing supporter who, I mean, not that being silent is what everybody needs to do, but he doesn't ask for any recognition, but I see him every time I post anything anywhere. It immediately says, loved by Jamal Taylor. And it's so nice of him to follow me around the internet and be so supportive. And
so nice of him to follow me around the internet.
Yeah, well, put up with my notifications going off, basically, is what I mean, all over his computer. So thank you, Jamal. Also, best trivia teammate in New York.
I know I got very little sleep. I know Scott got very little sleep for a few of those days, because he was going to bed the same time I was and getting up the same time I was. I'd be texting him at 2 in the morning, and he was still up working on stuff.
Yep.
Oh, here's a question. What station is Katie a meteorologist for?
It's a good question.
I'll go. I'm KMEG 14 in Sioux City, Iowa.
Oh yeah, Darren Doctorman was really cool. I saw that in the comments too. Shout out to Inglorious Truckspurts and Mark Altman also, who was on the
show. Just mulling over that question, really thinking about what to say.
I know that it was at least a month in the making for everything put together, and then we pushed the dates forward a week because we didn't want to conflict with the San Diego Comic-Con. So we had one less week to do the same amount of work, and so that was fun times. I remember that conversation of okay, do we go the same time at San Diego? Do we do it afterwards? Or do we try to push it forward and do everything a week early? So.
Yeah.
I would say it's about 5 weeks, really.
May 1st, May 1st was when I thought of...
When you had your dream?
Yes.
I love that Ryan dreams of Star Trek conventions.
Create the moment. There's my halo.
That's the short answer. It was May 1st, and then after about 2 or 3 weeks of planning and hemming and hawing and thinking about it and considering it and talking to people.
Boy, it's really getting worse now.
It is. It is getting worse. But yeah, after talking about it for a few weeks, we finally pulled the trigger. We finally said, all right, once you plan everything out and you iron everything out and you say, what are the potential pitfalls? What are the potential problems or things that may arise? And we kind of thought about it and gave it a few weeks to really think about it, mull it over. And then we finally just said, all right, let's put the green light on it. And we went for it. And it started with the website. So Scott hooked that up very well for us. And so all in all, I guess a total of just about 3 months.
I love everybody talking about the internet issues. So funny. Somebody thinks Garrett actually want to do it, and it's probably Romulans. I think TJ said that.
Oh, this is funny.
Maybe
or do they want you to think that?
Year, we'll have a platform that's a little more stable. We'll have
Right. Well, I'm sure StreamYard will iron out the kinks. Oh, here's a good question. Hi. Did you read this?
That's the best question.
That was an easy question to answer.
New con, who dis?
Amazing. Actually, somebody left that in a falling comments live chat like really late at night one night. It's like, and then left. It was really weird.
What do you guys think? Should we have anybody from Next Generation or Original Series if we do it again?
Nah.
Yeah, right. Of course we will.
Everybody.
Whoever
We'd love
says
to.
yes.
Yes, that's our policy. Anybody who says yes can come. We love everybody.
Right.
Next year is going to be called DS9. DS9 con.
This one kind of was a DS9 con.
There are no stupid questions. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Dad Purple, for coming to everything. So everybody's so positive in the live chat. It's just, it makes it so much more exciting, and like it makes it feel like a real con. And I mean, if there were like trolls around and people being negative, like the live chats wouldn't be what they are, and that's what made everything feel like such a real con.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also,
I was really happy about that too. I was worried in the beginning that just because it's the internet and people listen to me, oh, I hate this episode, or I hate this show, or this is like I didn't see any of the this isn't real Star Trek, or any of the kind of hate the negative stuff, and I was really happy about that. It's just super positive stuff all around, and that was really awesome to see.
And I've said it like 1,000 times, but that's totally a reflection of Aaron, Cirroc, and Ryan and how positive they are on the show all the time. Like otherwise, I mean, it just cultivates the group and everything. It's always so supportive and lovely.
Right.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Boyd agrees with you. He says, so
Brian Worth.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, that would be the dream.
Oh my gosh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Especially as we get into season 4 on 7th Rule.
Hey. Oh, love you guys.
We love your guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the next and final video, our post-con viewing, will be the 7th Rule review of
Past Tense Part 2! One of my
Past
favorite
Tense
episodes
Part
ever
2.
for like 25 years. Yeah. It's so good. It's so good.
with Ira Stephen Bear. Malissa, that's so funny.
I just love Henry.
Oh, how fun was Ira yesterday at the panel where he kept going like this because he was so excited? It was just like so cute seeing Ira like, it was the cutest thing in the world. Love it.
Gosh.
And people were typing like, Ira hands. It was really cute.
Of energy and disperse it into the world.
Aww.
Yes, the world needs you, Anne-Marie.
Well, I love that you guys have me. Thanks for having me.
Der Alta Trekkie has some very easy gets that they say. Just William Shatner, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Patrick Stewart. No big deal.
Yeah, just try to tweet at Patrick Stewart to ask him to come.
I'll text him.
You can get for a free con.
Yeah.
Great. Well, we're really happy we were able to provide you guys with all this happiness. It seems like the comments are saying that they're very happy with the work that we all put in, and they're appreciative of, especially, I think, the whole Star Trek community that came together, not just what we did, but all the guests, all the panelists, all of the people that showed up in the chat, all the people that shared everything. Really cool, really helpful. It's, it's been great for us, and it's awesome to know that we were able to bring some joy and happiness to people's days.
Thank you, Peter Karuba, Ryan's con husband, and thanks for coming to my sing-along. Super cute.
Michael Kenyon Rosenberg says,
That's what he always says. That is so Michael Kenyon Rosenberg.
all right. Great. So we better go. Remember, guys, in the description box right below this video is the link to the final video. Please do us a favor when you're closing out. If you'd like to support the convention, there's a section on the website for that. It just says support. You know, if you want to donate to kind of help out with the costs of it, because nobody really charged anything or cost anything, but there were a few costs, of course, like with anything, there are going to be costs. But especially, please subscribe to the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the Falling Tower YouTube channel. That's, you know, that's worth its weight in gold. And I don't know, I'm not a mathematician. And also, please go to the Seventh Rule Patreon page. If you enjoy the videos that the Seventh Rule does, go to the Patreon page and become a patron. It's very appreciated. It's a great community, lots of fun. We have really cool benefits. Scott Baker is a patron. Just kidding. Anne Marie is.
OG Patreon patron.
Yeah. Anyway.
I had to get Patreon to sign up to be a patron before I even watched the show. I just thought like, oh, you can be in the No J Consortium. That's like my dream come true. Sign me up. And then I watched the show and I was like, luckily it's amazing.
I don't have a Patreon on my YouTube, but if you see me at the Vegas Con, you can buy me a drink. You know, hey.
Oh, done and done.
He likes Manhattans.
Awesome.
No,
old fashions. Sorry, old fashions. I meant the same thing.
No, close enough.
Oh, also go to our website, virtualtrekcon.com. Sign up for the newsletter, because if we're able to do that con badge thing, I think that would be the right place to disseminate it. So sign up for our newsletter, virtualtrekcon.com, and we'll get that con badge and we'll see if we can blast it out.
Oh yeah, actually, Peter H just became a Patreon patron last night. So just message either the Seventh Rule on Patreon or else on Facebook with the file. It's really funny. Yeah.
And if you tried to sign up for the newsletter before and you got an error message, it should be working now. So give it another try if you got an error message before. So
right.
And also, if there's a panel that you really enjoyed, especially the guest charities are below. And I don't mean to play favorites, but I really wanted to highlight like the Kidney Foundation in honor of Aaron that Armin suggested, and then also the NAACP that Nana and Nichelle had as their choices in particular.
Look for the gray fedora. Yeah, absolutely. Armin wanted to do the Kidney Foundation in honor of Aaron. So that's great. So please check that out. Yeah, we'll figure out a way. Yeah, Tiffany.
Okay.
But anyway, that's about it. Definitely check out all of the awesome charities in the description box. First and foremost, that's the most important thing. Check out Melissa's store. Check out
the vendors description box for all of those amazing vendors.
Go to the website, sign up for the newsletter, go to the support tab, become a subscriber to Falling Tower and the Seventh Rule, and Scott Baker's channel as well.
Sure. Yeah, we got my animated trick. Yeah. And most importantly, be good to yourself, be good to others.
You know, Springer.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And come play with me at the live chats. I love company.
Final question. Will Corona be fixed by December? I don't know about fixed, but we will have a vaccine. Did I just say that?
I don't know that I authorized that comment. But
fingers are crossed.
Yeah.
And if not, the airplane tickets are completely refundable.
Jamal's such a lovely, lovely, charitable person. He always wows me with how giving he is at every New York event that's raising money for Pop Culture Hero Coalition or any of the events. Just wonderful. Yes.
Michael, what's
end-stage renal disease, and he's on peritoneal dialysis.
Just like Aaron Eisenberg. Yeah.
And, you know, make sure you join the organ donor list, because it's just a travesty that people have to be on there waiting so long and take up so much time of their week every week and have their blood vessels basically deteriorate while they're on the dialysis waiting for the kidneys. So make sure you do that.
Yeah, Michael's due for a transplant any day now. He's ready. He's been waiting for like 5 years. So definitely, guys, see if you can go to the Kidney Foundation in Aaron's name. And
get that sticker on your driver's license.
And at Armin's behest, and for Michael Kenyon Rosenberg. Please do that. Great. I think we did it, guys. I think that's the right
Yay.
place.
Can I say my closing line?
Oh, yeah, we've barely heard.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Whoosh, I'm invisible. Okay, wait, now let me leave the thing.
Aw.
Because it's a past tense 2 episode reference.
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay, I don't know how to leave the conversation, so I'll just stop talking.
Oh, you can say the whoosh, I'm invisible?
Yes, but I don't know how to leave, so I'll just stay here and not talk.
No, say it, say it.
You said it. Whoosh, I'm invisible.
There we go.
Hey.
Oh, weird. Didn't know I could do that. Anyway.
Going to be up.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much, guys. Check out the next episode. It starts in just a minute. And special thanks to Mr. Scotty Baker, meteorologist Katie, Malissa Longo, and Marie Segal, Cirroc Lofton, the great bird in the sky, the new one that is, Aaron Eisenberg, and Mr. Michael Kenyon Rosenberg. Go to the Kidney Foundation, check out the charities, subscribe to the things, and be really nice to everybody. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, always.
Kapla.
See you guys next time.
Bye.